You see, dear one, the only real blessing is more of God. Everything else is of this world and transitory, will pass. So you can be very single-minded in a good way, knowing in your heart that the real blessing is that they come nearer to God. So you do that which enhances, I think I was going to say, their opportunity to do so. It's not arguing to put things right with them, it's to say at times what your view is so that they can accept or reject it. Oh, you don't want them to reject it, of course, but I mean, that you truly care and that your caring has power and the eternal, because it's done in a consciousness of their need for God. So yes, you listen and, friendly. You give them time where you can, not to your exhaustion. Because you have this assurance within you that it's God that actually is doing it, that's provided the circumstance, that's ruling. You see, it is this assurance again that's everything, both for you in contact with others and in all things, but for them too, they need this assurance. And the example of your assurance, that they may, start to see what would be attractive to them. They want this assurance. They actually want something that you have. And that's what you're giving, that's what you're sent to give. It's not some, I was going to say, coarse or a gross, theological view that's correct. It's a relationship, a kindness that they appreciate and brings them nearer to experiencing God, from noticing God in you, from being blessed in some way by your kindness, your patience, your listening, your acceptance of them. Every correction you make on them is going to alienate and make them feel alone. This doesn't mean you agree with harm and bad intention and misunderstanding. You just accept that that's what is, but know what you value. And what you value for them which is that they gain this assurance of God that you ideally have. You want it for yourself and you want it for them. So you're not pushing anything. You're not correcting them. You're part of an experience of having come closer to God. And that is what will change them. Because of course it's God that's changing them. According to his loving kindness and endless provision. And you are part of it. Isn't that lovely? You and I are part of his loving kindness to those around us. And yes, they may have all sorts of what the world might call faults and self-destruct mechanisms too. But we come to rescue them from that. Not in forceful argument or rebuke, but simply in kindness and not rejecting, but accepting them as they are in a confidence and assurance that God loves them and does have their future. They may be the most wayward children at present, but they're still children. 8 years old or 80, it makes no difference, you see. They're as children, not knowing, not realizing the way, not entirely having the right values yet, but having some values that are very good, you'll find, and some that are really problematic. You're just there to befriend, to be an oasis of the goodness of God in the land of the living. I had fainted, said the psalmist, had I not believed to have seen the goodness of God in the land of the living. Meaning here, this world. And you let them have more experience of the goodness of God in your loving kindness. Don't put yourself at risk, but do be kind. And by which I really mean be very aware that God does love them and that you're part of that love. Not necessarily a major part, but you're sent and God has you there for a reason. And you'll be attentive to how you can be a blessing. And if you can't be much blessing at all, well, if they're not enjoying it, they'll just pass on, won't they? Don't be too worried about rejection, just they want to do something else. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.